In this video, I'm going to show you how to purl through the back loop in both the English and the Continental styles. Here I have a stockinette swatch. If we flip it over, I guess we could call it a reverse stockinette swatch. Purl through the back loop is usually done on the back side of the fabric, or the purl side. So let's look at it on that side. If I pull this swatch slightly, this just looks like a regular reverse stockinette swatch, but if I pull it slightly, it's much harder to see on the reverse side, but there are two columns of stitches, one right here and one right here, that look just slightly different than all of the rest, and it's because those were purled through the back loop and they are twisted. So as I showed on my knit through the back loop tutorial, when you look at it on the right side, it is more evident. So if I pull it, you can see the column of twisted stitches here and a column of twisted stitches here, and those are the stitches that I knit or purled through the back loop. So I'm going to show you first Continental style, how to purl through the back loop, and then I will show you English style. Purling through the back loop is usually used as a decorative feature because it does look a little bit different, oftentimes not so much in the purl side of the work, but on the knit side you will notice the difference. And for example, in the Idril sweater that's in the Knit Along Club, it is used along the neckline to create a more firm, slightly more detailed neck edge. So when you're purling through the back loop, you bring your yarn forward just like you do when you normally purl. Then you go in underneath the back of the stitch. So I'm actually putting my right needle tip between the first and second stitch and coming up through that first stitch and the back of the needle, and then bringing my right tip out in the front, and then I can purl like normal. And I'll show that again. So I'm inserting my needle underneath the first stitch in the back, going up through the stitch, there we go, and out the front. Then I'm going to purl like normal and slide the stitch off the needle. Now doing an English style is exactly the same, but you're holding the yarn in your right hand. So again, we're going to bring the yarn forward. Always remember to bring it forward between your needles, and we're going to go underneath the first stitch in the back of it and up through, and your right needle tip goes out in front. Then you wrap the yarn like you always do when you purl. Bring it back under the back leg of that stitch and slide it off the left needle. Again, yarn's in front. We go into the back of the stitch from the bottom to the top. Wrap the yarn like we always do when we purl. Bring it back through the stitch and slide the stitch off the left needle. That is purl through the back loop.